Hello, and we're back. We're going to be going into what do you call it, a few more games, a few more rounds. We're going against Maryville. So this last game, the last three games, we saw UW going against UMN, or University of Minnesota Twin Cities. But now, after UW has won that game, we're going to Maryville. So we're going to be starting off here with Nepal. So yeah, let's talk about that previous game. It was a 3-0 in favor of UW, but it wasn't entirely one-sided, wouldn't you say?
No, it really wasn't. And yeah, they put up a pretty good fight. They mostly mirrored UW, and it seemed like at least if the collegiate scene says anything, it seems like the meta is like Ryan Diva or Ryan Zarya, and then you're gonna couple that with Bap, Lucio, and then most likely a McCree, May. We saw a Doomfist at one point, but that seemed to be UMN's take of the meta, which I'm totally cool with. I'd love to see a good Doomfist. Like, those combos are, at least in my opinion, not that easy to do.
Yeah,
But
and
I
it's
mean, yeah, you were able to just pull the mirror better synergy overall, able to force the event to split at times, and yeah, UW's able to win that. But you could reasonably have gone maybe 3-1, 3-2, maybe even the other way.
Yeah, but I bet if if Maryville was checking the stats on UW and they saw that 3-0, they would be scared going into this next game. But as we're
I
going
don't know.
here, teams are going to get better and better, and so
Yeah, right. So this, in theory at least, is a more difficult opponent than the last. So we'll see how UW's able to handle this, or maybe Maryville is going to come on top, and let's see this go on as our first fight. Okay, well, we're gonna be on Village, and you really think the May's coming out here?
looks like Light is on a Genji. You can hear Shurikens going. He's hopping around there, going to the backline immediately, focusing on that Mags. Putting the Immortality Shield is going to keep UW up for now, but they took a bunch of damage early on. And so they're going to immediately be losing the first 2 picks. They lost their Reinhardt, which is a big deal for UW, and they lost the rest of the team as well. Yeah, shortly after that Reinhardt fell, all of UW did.
A bit too many resources going to try to demech Kraken right there, and yes, they do get the demech, but probably the mech's gonna come online pretty shortly,
Yeah, they're still alive.
and then the tension's taken away from the front line, and then the front line of UW goes down.
Yeah, now that UW is here and they're getting ready for the second fight, as you said, the mech is already up, and so they're all here, and they put up a hammer down right there. Didn't get a kill off of that, but put enough damage and distraction to get rid of their Ryan and their Mag. So they lost the healers, they lost the tank. Light going to here, throwing his shurikens, doing some deflex, and he's got ultimate ready. He's not going to use it here because they already won this fight practically. Just going to get rid of this Mei here. Mei should be a soft counter for Genji, but Light knows how to play around her, I guess. Looks like they commit a blizzard right there. They got 1 pick.
Slimes might just be BMing just a bit there. There's the blade, and takes 2, gives us for it, but it does look to be enough for Maryville to keep presence on this point here. Yeah. And Selzen just gonna go down. Okay, so now that's gonna be this fight over, and we're taking past about 60% here shortly. But yeah, that was not a free fight. Platypus puts down the blizzard, trying to catch Maryville, going a bit too aggro. But they still have 5 ultimates here, and this is probably the fight UW is looking to. Oh, yikes. I was going to say that this is a fight that they're looking to swing the point to their side. That's a great kill from Papaya Pete. To get Mags out, and now we're gonna just have to wait for the respawn.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna have to win this fight because they've had no traction so far in this first point. They've lost all the team fights. Trib going around. Okay, there's a first pick in favor of UW. UW getting a high noon, a bunch of what do you call it, space to try to see somebody demechs it. The mech turns into a bomb. Light going around from the back, trying to get some picks on the on the supports. Overtime is already here though, so UW either has to win it now or they're not going to win it. They throw up in a blizzard, commit that, and it's going to be worth it because they get a bunch of picks.
Well, is it worth it though? Because that was 4 ultimates, including the grab and the blizzard, but like both of those abilities by themselves, they tend to be your big fight winning was CCO ultimates there. And they just use Boaster. They're only going to have 2 ultimates here probably, but that's a big pick.
Goodbye, Light. Light has been a big factor of these team fights, so UW is going to have a huge edge here as they also get a pick off both of their tanks. UW already guaranteeing they win this next team fight. But like you said earlier, UW spent a ton of ults, but they kind of had to. I mean, they were about to lose the entire round. And so
they had to, but that puts them at a tough spot here. Now, there is only 1 ultimate available on both sides, and that's the Amp Matrix from Panic. But That's a lot of McCree's assists right there. Getting
Yeah.
a flash onto 2, picking up 2. That's actually a huge fight win as it allows UW to start to recover in the ultimate economy.
Yeah, UW has they got over their little bump. They weren't able to get some traction on this point, but they're finally found their spot. They're getting their early picks and really following that through. So Panic, even though he had this only ult of, in both teams, he wasn't able to use it before he had lost teammates.
Right now, Tribute, he has the Deadeye, and we're looking close-ish to a few more ultimates here. That looks a little interesting. I thought the wall came up in time. Guess not, though. Game does what game wills, and that's going to be the speed boost gone for Maryville. So they aren't going to have much control. This could be huge, though. I don't know. I think he's been undetected here.
He's hiding around the corner, going around here. He stalls.
Oh, amazing play.
He stunned the Baptiste and got him out there. That's a huge bunch of heal reduction right there. Maryland gets control of the point. It's overtime, 99-90. So whoever wins this fight and clears the other team is gonna win. Platypus committing a blizzard that's gonna get sucked up. That Devo really saved their team there.
That's such a huge flank play there to secure the round for Maryville. The stun goes down and Mags is just instantly gone, which means that's ammo off the table. That's a lot of your healing off the table. And then Nasurix eventually gets killed out of beat drop, and then Platypus's ult is also eaten, and none of the ultimates getting value from UW. Great plays from Maryville to make those aggro plays, be willing to take those flanks, and that wins them that round there. Super clutch.
Yeah, Light did a good had a good run as Genji, but it looks like they're going to be switching off to Mei, a more conservative play right here. He was doing good. Like, we saw that wall that blocked up the Baptiste from the rest of the team. It also got rid of their window. But yeah, looks like we're going to be seeing Light on Mei. Next team fight. Oh, 2 walls separating the entire team in this little like alleyway that's formed on point. Light using that to their benefit, putting a bunch of damage and get rid of UW's Reinhardt at the very beginning. First fight, they already lose their Reinhardt. They're scattered. They got to run away.
And that comes down to a tale of 2 walls there. The wall from Light was just a little bit better. I think Platypus's wall, there's a way around for the Maryville players to help out their Rhine there. That's a clever wall to take this high ground here, by the way. And Sergeant Fish walled off, takes a bunch of damage, and ultimately can't be saved.
But UW is back here. They got the whole team here. They didn't lose too many staggers, or any staggers, really. So they're all ready to fight. They're pushing up off the side. Panic throwing his window. Able to use a bunch of damage. UW is surviving with his Immortality Shield, but as it falls, Maryville is able to come in sweeping. And immediately, it's all blue to red on the kill board.
Well, that's the question of Panic being the only one with an ultimate again, actually. He's the only one with the ultimate, so that's the animation that just doubles all the damage and healing output. And yeah, the UW's going to crumble there without anything on their own. But now they're hoping to get some more tick marks there. There's 4 players at above 80%. Clever wall there, but that actually gets punished because the defense matrix is there.
It looks like there's gonna be a second high noon, but Trib is so low he just can't see it through. Light freezing the Reinhardt away from point. So in the background, UW is gonna be capping point, even though they're losing a bunch of players. And yeah, even though they got point for a little bit, they lost the team fight, so it didn't stay around for very long before Maryville recaps it.
I feel Sergeant Fish there. I feel that you just say, oh, this player's totally alone. I can totally just swing my hammer at this person. The problem is Light's just freezing up Sergeant Fish and then getting headshots in, and Sergeant Fish not there to protect his team. That's the crime that I make as Reinhardt all the time. Can't say I blame them. Oh, that's a ton of spam damage.
Oh my gosh, Kraken with the Diva Bomb gets Nathros and Tribab out of the game. Long gone.
You know what about Kraken? Kraken's cracked. Kraken's cracked.
Yo.
And this should just be the spawn cleanup. Stealth Ninja's gonna try to stall as long as he can. Barrier does come down, but there's a blizzard there in response. Yeah, Platypus actually manages to sneak his blizzard in and picks up one, but I don't think that's gonna be enough here.
No, they lost the initial team fight. Overtime came in. There's a bunch of staggers, but it was really just buying time before the ultimate loss to UW right on the first match.
That's great plays from Maryville there. Just having building ultimates faster for one thing. You having smart ultimates, having good flank plays, knowing their win conditions. Great plays overall from Maryville to take that first map and go up into series 1-0. Now we're going to start to look into the second map here, and that is going to be Eichenwald. And Eichenwald is yet another map which I don't really see UW running the Winston Diva, and probably more from the more brawl style as we've been seeing so much of recent. Well, let's see how we're looking here. It looks that we're having so we're seeing maybe I don't know if I'm getting teased here, but at least for now, Light is on the Doomfist.
I mean, he was on
actually
Genji.
No.
He likes playing
that's
crazy
true. And actually, he's on defense, so we're not being teased. And this is a legitimate thing that he's doing. And he has some kind of crazy rollout here.
I don't know. He's on the rooftop like Batman looking for crime.
There's no way UW expects this.
I mean, yeah, this is like the middle of nowhere. They could be wondering where Light is at, but they're not expecting this. Fall down from behind onto the supports, putting out a bunch of damage, not finding a pick because of the immortality shield, and Light immediately getting taken out. UW's Reinhardt is not having any of that. Kraken getting pushed in here, gets a walled off. Both of their tanks are stuck in there. They have to soak up a ton of damage. They get frozen and punished. Separated from the rest of the team, they fall. I think that Light pick was brazy. It was cool. It was fun, but it just wasn't. It didn't work.
Mags actually has killer instincts there. I think he goes down if not for the ammo field. Like he hears the Doomfist punch charging out, but like, oh shoot, I don't know where it is. I'm gonna put down the ammo field just in case, and it worked out. I believe it saves his own life here. As Kraken might get staggered here as UW goes up for ground control. No, there's plenty of people up here, and okay, he's okay.
He was about to fall into the void, and he landed on that little scaffolding and ran in. But people are running in after him. Light here, what do you call it? There's a bunch of walls, so he could be throwing a punch here before. No, he gets smacked down by the hammer. I guess the hammer's better than the fist. But Maryville is getting the edge here, as they got a few picks here. Their Papa is what do you call it? On McCree is getting a bunch of picks here.
Stealth Ninja commits the bomb in order to get the remake. And so that's an ultimate that you'd love to have, but the remakes are more important in this case here. Now we are looking at, other than that, several ultimates on both sides. Probably 4 for Maryville and 5 for UW. And so after a little bit, we're about to see some explosions happen here, and the Amp Matrix just picks off to 2-3. Crazy value. These amp matrices have been doing work.
Oh yeah, they definitely have. And that was just another pretty traditional team fight there. Maryville gets their initial 2 picks, and the rest of the team follows through. Light's still here on the rooftop as Doomfist. I was expecting him to kind of be ashamed of that first death early on and switch off, but no, he's down for it.
They definitely have some strats, and Light clearly knows his rollouts here. I'm excited to see what he does with his Meteor Strike here. So his Meteor Strike can just be so much more aggressive. And the ultimate deny coming out from Kraken. Good place to eat up the Blizzard.
Ooh, hammered down gets one person, but not as much as UW's. UW throwing a counter shatter. Gets a bunch of people. They're able to get some picks off of that. They get rid of Light. They get rid of Papaya. They get rid of Cameron on the tank. UW leading this fight right here as they try to get rid of Panic as the last few people surviving. They commit a Diva ultimate, which gets rid of Panic finally. Getting rid of that. Probably trying to get rid of this demeched Kraken.
Right. And that was a good counter shatter coming up from Sergeant Fist. Takes that, puts Cameron on the ground, And even though he doesn't go down immediately, the damage is enough that he's able to take down even through an ammo field and a defense matrix.
But Maryville now has high ground as they go underneath the arches, which is dangerous, especially in this part of the map. They're throwing up an ultimate, try to push them off of there.
Interesting bomb.
Yeah,
It works, I guess.
There wasn't much people there, but I guess they just at least kept them off there as like pest control as Maryville runs around getting a bunch of kills right here.
That was an interesting bomb. I guess the bomb is there to deny high ground, and I guess it works out at the end, and they're just able to roll over the front line there. Because now we're looking at 2.5 minutes still for UW, so not the worst. As now we have a Dead here. It's going to pick up Nature is actually maybe just not ready for that to speed boost out in time.
They're getting Papaya initially getting some picks before the rest of his team jumps in here too. Light gets taken out, but he was able to trade it for a pick. So Maryville really overextended here, back on the original capture point.
And now that was a 5-1 with pretty minimal investment there. All you basically do is a Deadeye, and you're halfway to another one here. Tribute just gets absolutely obliterated by the Doomfist there.
Yeah, and so does the rest of the team as Kraken goes in there, pushes a bunch of damage out. They're able to trade it. UW is able to get 3 picks off of that. It's actually kind of swinging towards UW. UW committing even a Diva Bomb. It's not going to find any damage, but I mean, he used it. He survived at least.
It gets the DMEC here. They get several, and now Trivia's on the Tracer to come back fast. Gonna run into several, is gonna recall out of that. For now, that re-engage, that fight looked lost, but it's looking okay so far.
Yeah, and as we were focused on the fight, you can tell the escort has moved. It's moved all the way to the front of the door. So even though that Maryville is going to be ending up winning this fight possibly, as they have 3 picks on the board, the escort has moved a ton, and with less than 50 seconds left, they needed that movement too.
Right, which means that now the card is in a 1 fight away, but 1 fight is also just 1 fight more for the defense. So there's only 40 seconds left on the clock. What can Trivia do here?
Shh, be quiet, be quiet. He's about to get this Baptiste. Tries to bop him, doesn't get the pick, and has to run away in shame.
But he actually just recalls back up to the high ground here, but there's the sound barrier keeping everyone up. Nasos goes down with beat drop. Oh no.
Looks like UW is going to be losing the team fight with less than 20 seconds now. One of the disadvantages of having the escort so far ahead is that they gotta get to it, bro.
No way.
10 seconds left, and UW has to get all the way across the map just to touch that and get overtime.
That was a good back half attempt. I like it, but Maryville, they're a little too heads up for that. And now the Deadeye is going to take a mag, and things are just all going south here. It looks like Maryville has it in the bag. Stealth Ninja goes for a Desperation Bomb, won't even be able to remake. Meteor Strike comes down, takes care of Nathros. Man, losing the beat drop hurt UW so much there. Because you're in last real fight enemy, real fight territory. Nathros goes down with beat drop. Maybe it's just another rollout from Light, who's making Doomfist work so much better than in the first matchup that we saw, and you can't even panic use the beat drop either against the Doomfist, because Doomfist uses I don't even remember what that ability is called anymore. The EE ability, whatever it is, and then he goes uppercuts you, and now you're suspended in the air, and as Lucio, beat drop doesn't cast until you've hit the ground, so you can't panic use it there because you're gonna lose it anyway. So great play from Light to just target Nathers and take that out of the equation before it could become any problem.
Yeah, I touched up on it earlier, but I was originally really not thinking the Light Doomfist would work, but he was able to turn it around. I guess the rest of the team was able to support him.
What's Bloodpuss thinking of here?
Let's see, Platypus possibly switching last second, maybe? Oh, just for the teleport, getting some high ground? No, he's going to stay on it as his defense.
Okay, a platypus on Symmetra. Okay, I see you. And like this would be, and like Sim is very powerful in close quarters. I guess helps Brawl. The thing is, Symmetra needs to stay in the fight long enough to get that beam charge to max, and so we'll see if they're able to do that. But Trip goes down early.
Yeah, it looks like UW is going to initially lose the first pick and get a bunch of damage, and their their Reinhardt is not going to survive that. Sergeant going down, Nathros going down. There goes both their healers. His Mags goes down too. Kraken really doing a bunch of work here.
The thing that you don't have when you choose the Symmetra over the Mei, as this is going to be a brutal stagger kill here. The thing that you don't have when you choose the Symmetra is the ability to just stop a aggressive push like that. Because as Mei, you could freeze a little, you can throw up a wall. You don't have that playing Symmetra. Yes, the turrets technically do slow damage, but they're easily taken care of.
Yeah,
we have another McCree flank here.
Oh man,
Platypus
is on the Torbjorn switch. I think you should have maybe remained on Symmetra rather than go Torbjorn. We're gonna be in the background. You can see Light taking out once again, taking out the Rhine. UW losing that Rhine too early, too many times.
Yeah, and Platypus has enough of the cheese characters. He's going to go onto McCree and now the McCree Tracer has not been what they've been playing recently, but it's working out here. Maybe it caters to their styles a little more. As now they're gonna Maryville's gonna have to try to gouge their life. Might be a bit aggressive from Sergeant Fish, but he's okay. His team's there to back him up. Life's going to go down. I think what the Tracer McCree provides is, well, Tracer is one less target for the Doomfist, because you good luck hitting your abilities against that, and it's a lot of backline pressure too. And Platypus is there threatening the Doomfist if he's not careful.
Yeah, I think these switches were made in response to the Doomfist, and I think that's really smart. I think the Doomfist is somebody who needed to be addressed, and it looks like we're going into another fight here. Papaya dropping trade for Nathros before falling himself. Kraken here's got an ultimate, so he's going to try to deal with this Baptiste and then maybe use it. Doomfist comes in to help him out, getting control of this high ground, getting rid of that UW's Diva. And it's their high ground, it's their escort, they won the fight, and they're
great recognition there from Maryville as the card's so close to the end, and I don't know who's there to touch. Probably gonna be...
They booped off last second!
Oh, what a play to just secure that last golden box of victory. Boops Nathros away, and that's going to secure the second map in favor of Maryville. 2-0 now. UW, they're in trouble in this elimination match.
Yeah, they are. Wow, that last boop just... Wow, I've never seen a boop like a better boop.
It's pretty good. I mean, to be fair, maybe it's the obvious play. When Nathros tries to go in with the beat drop to sustain himself on point, no, not happening. And now, Maryville, they're looking in a very good spot as UW. They choose to go to Watch Point Gibraltar here. This is where I think that UW goes for their dive.
Let's see what Light is doing. I think Light is the player to watch for right here. He was Genji earlier. Looks like they're gonna be Genji back again on defense. And that Doomfist worked pretty well. So he's kind of the wild card on Maryville at least. They're the person that UW needs to address. Looks like Papaya is gonna be on the Widow. All right. Maybe a new challenger to Light's craziness. We're gonna have a Widow and Genji as the DPS on defense. On Watchpoint Gibraltar, to be fair, there's a lot of spots where Widow can hide and play for high ground. As the payload starts to open up and the entry of all the players come in, let's see what UW is thinking. Shrub is initially going for the high ground, asking for some healing, going up there. They got a monkey too. who's immediately taken out. Never mind, ignore the monkey. Cameron over on the Orisa. This is a new switch too. Is going to be helping control high ground. They've got full high ground too. Trib is the only one on UW trying to fight at least on this high ground. Yeah, it looks like even though they hold high ground, UW doesn't really seem to care. They're going to be going underground and they're going to be moving. The cart all the way.
I think I'm back now. I think I just got a little bit of karma for you going offline the other time. I think we're good now.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I wasn't able to talk, but I was able to see what happened. And right now, Maryville, they're doing a really good job of holding the high ground and blue box there in particular. It is making this dive really difficult here. Platypus on the Widow. They're trying to match Papaya Pete onto Widow himself, trying to control all of these sight lines there. See how that goes.
Yeah, you returned to a very different game. We got two Widows. We got Light back on the Genji. We got Cameron on Orisa, which we haven't seen before. And we're about to see this Blade play because Genji on Light on Maryville has this sword in his back pocket. Probably looking probably ready to use it as soon as he can, really.
Yeah. Now, but there is the nano on the Winston, and it's going to take out Cameron. But Nano Blade, it's also gonna wipe out the support backline. Not much you can do against that, and that's going to be this push dead on the for Maryville here. And this is looking good so far. Maryville successfully holding off the dive here. And the thing that Papaya Pete's doing really well is that he knows he has to stay further back here. Because if he's too far forward, he's an easy dive target. If he stays far back, it's too hard for the divers to get all the way back to deal with the Widow.
And that's perfect for him on this map. There's so many places where you can kind of back up and still remain high.
And now you're stalled for basically 15 seconds because you don't want to be pushing into sights here.
Yeah, if you turn a corner, you don't know where he may be looking. But he's taken out. That fear is gone. Platypus won the Widow fight. As he's trying to take the stairs to try to get up there. Light knows where he's coming. He's going to try to meet up with him. But Cameron, meanwhile...
The supercharger goes down, though, and it takes out the primaling Winston. And that's a large part of this dive now gone. Is only the D.Va that's left to do the tanking job. That might be enough, though. Light goes down. This Ana's in trouble. The rally's not there in time. Nations is going to be able to escape. Not so much. The same can't be said for Trivia, but that might be enough here. As I say that, though, Stealth Ninja is taken out and Sergeant Fish goes down again.
Yeah, even though Panic, their main heal, that's like almost all their heals, went down, they were still able to kind of manage and work around it.
Well, so we're looking at a problematic situation here for UW. Platypus, he doesn't want to take the Widow duel anywhere. He's going to go onto the McCree. But now we have only Nano Boost and Self-Destruct. Maybe a Pulse Bomb, I guess, as well. That's going to go into a Nano Blade. What are you going to do against that?
Yeah, they got Nano. They got the Blade. I mean, this is a perfect recipe. He threw out the Blade without the Nano.
He's still
he's still able to get two things.
Now interesting order of operations there, but I guess that it works out. And, okay, as I say that though, there's a lot of kills that get straight out in response, and I think that was on me. I think I cast a curse. I think I cast a curse Maryville there.
Yeah,
it looked so good there. Even the dry blade works out. Or at least it looked like that, but while that was going on, UW was able to pick up several members of the front line.
I think Light's POV was so good that it was kind of distracting that he was away from the rest of the team. He let the rest of his team kind of go away.
Oh, but Sergeant Fish puts down the bubble, but is not able to get out. But Light, he's actually going to be able to be picked up by Trivia.
Yeah, it was a trade right there. Kraken, he's got his ultimate right here, so he's going to try to get rid of this Platypus and then look around and see if he can make any use of this, as UW is still pushing past near the halfway mark for the second push.
Trades are still going in, though, and this makes it kind of interesting. I think UW's going to be stalled out a little bit, though. This Orisa might be a bit far forward and is now anti, but it's still good for a moment as Mags goes down. Light has just been a persistent thorn in their side, but Light actually goes down again. This could go either way still.
I mean, they've got, what do you call it? Maryville has 3 players on high ground. So as soon as Stealth Ninja jumps up there, he gets slept, and I bet he's going to take a bunch of damage. As soon as he wakes up, yeah, as soon as he wakes up, he gets antied, he gets smacked around. He ultimates in protest, but they're still gonna lose high ground to Maryville.
The thing is, while both supports are looking at the Sleeping Diva, that means they aren't. Oh, that actually hurts a bit. Kraken has to dedicate the self-destruct to nullify that. While both supports are looking at the Sleeping Diva, neither are doing healing for their team. But the Supercharger Blade is enough to take down one.
Yeah, I think it just might be enough. Even though UW is getting a few picks, I think Maryville still holds the advantage here. Papaya, with what do you call it, Nanoed, looking around for people to. He's finally able to find people, but the Nano is already gone. He's trying to hide behind that shield as he gets healed up from the Ana behind. Yeah, they're able to control point, even though there wasn't a big climactic end to that battle. They still held Esports.
We have lots of trades here, but no cart progress as we're looking at 10 seconds remaining and dry ult bank on both sides. The sole exception being one. That's the one ultimate that was available, and Trib comes up big. No DPS available for Maryville, and that's the break UW needs to punch their ticket into the second point B here.
I mean, that was a big fight on high ground. Nearly like everybody was fighting on high ground, and so he was able to find a bunch of people crammed together, throw the pulse bomb, and get 2 picks off it.
Oh, great plays from Trivia. We love to see it, and UW, just gonna go all aggressive here. Gonna take down several people here. You're being kind of split from the spawns. Then that's gonna be tons of cart progress there. Kraken wisely does not invest the bomb there, but this. Yeah, and that's going to put this basically a one fight proposition. There is only 1 minute to do it, though.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to be investing, a nano pretty early because the cart still has a little bit of time to move. And it's hard to move this cart so high up close to that respawn area already. Light is going to be nano right here, throwing his blade, but doesn't really find anybody except for that Mags. But that was before the blade. Bomb gets placed by Kraken, takes out Trib. There goes UW DPS. That was a bunch of damage that they really needed if they wanted to push this cart all the way. They lose 2 players. They lose their Nathros and Platypus.
Yeah, this is going to be tough to reset, though. Picks are still coming in on side of Maryville. Trib's probably going to go down here. Actually, no, he actually gets healed up, but there's 8 seconds left. Who's going to touch? Stealth Ninja's in trouble. He might get demeched here before he even gets to point. And they do touch, but Trib gives his life for it. The Deadeye comes out, but that's the Supercharger. Everything in your face. And UW are going to be stuffed just after the first corner on the 3rd point of Gibraltar. That's all UW's going to get. Now it's on to the defense for UW and onto the offense for Maryville.
Yeah, they pushed a long way, but I think the reason why they couldn't get all the way around that corner was because they invested their ults too early. They were investing ults as soon as that final door was open, which there's still a lot of time for the cart to.
Now, let's see how UW decides to play this defense there, because you need to put up a pretty good showing on defense, or that's it for the Collegiate series. As a picture reveal, looks like the dive again.
Yeah, it's kind of classy. Sergeant Fish going on the Winston. He was getting countered pretty hard early on. But maybe it'll be different on defense. I don't know. I guess we'll have to keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on Sergeant Fish.
The advantage you have on defense is that you have natural control over the high ground just because you're allowed to set up first, right? And so Sergeant Fish and Stealth Ninja, they might be able to hold on to their cooldowns until they want to engage when they want to. But we'll see how this goes here. On the other side, this teleporter is surely just out of spawn here for Papaya Pete, right?
Yeah, I think
There's
so.
no way
Papaya,
they're actually playing Sim, right?
they don't. I don't think they're a really
Yeah,
sim
this looks
player.
like a swap. Right? Yeah. Okay, so here's the Widow again.
kind of.
Or the Ash. No,
Oh,
I'm just being debated so much because Pipey just wants to make me look like an idiot. Oh, here's the Ash, and should have the range advantage over McCree, but no one-shot potential. See how
yes.
this plays out.
Sergeant Fish is doing a really good job of keeping not only the Ash, but all the other players off the high ground. Light is trying to get up here, throwing up a little deflect, but that Winston energy cannon is just, you can't deflect it. So
Yeah. The thing is, Trip kind of got caught out there. Both supports are anti, not both supports. The Ash and the BAP are anti, but UW aren't able to properly take advantage of that, and they're actually going to lose Sergeant Fish.
yeah, as they lose Sergeant Fish, he was what was keeping them off of high ground. So now
Oh,
Maryville is going to have a chance to kind of push up here and contest high ground now. So
nasty shot from Papaya Pete, and that along with the take onto Sergeant Fish earlier, that problem is going to secure his first point. 0.1 meters left, and yeah, there's nothing that this Anna and McCree can do in this back. And so, first point gone, 5 minutes, 4 seconds, and a bunch of ultimates to boot. You're closing in on nearly all 6 here.
yeah, a bunch of UW players were still on high ground, even though the rest of their team was fighting on low ground. So they probably should have known when to drop down and give up high ground. Looks like we're gonna be opening this next fight with a high noon, which finds Cameron. So that's some pretty good value, but it's immediately swapped out by getting rid of Platypus himself and Sergeant on the Winston.
And the thing is, the Bob goes on the low ground, but it denies UW the ability to drop onto the low ground to try to get some of this contestation going here. And the Bob's going to pick up one. Another pick goes down, and Point B's pretty close to being captured, and that's a late kill onto Trib.
Yeah, even though Winston's gonna try to jump on point, it's too late. He gets taken
You
out.
can't build Primal even.
And now UW is, as the door opens, they're kind of stuck in this corner right here. They're
Yeah,
too
they
pushed
have
up.
to reset.
Yeah.
Right. Good reset, but now with the cart already rolling through, we're probably looking at one fight territory. Bastion? Question mark? Papaya Pete?
Yeah.
What?
I guess Papaya knows how to play a lot of different characters. I think
Well,
the
the
Symmetra
thing
would have
is-
been less crazy.
Thing is, it has the potential to just hard punish this dive if they aren't coordinated enough.
No, they are apparently.
Well, okay, they get it going. Have us on the legs. Interesting choice here. The barrier goes down, but Stealth Ninja, he's out of mech. He's taken down, and this is but Light's going crazy in the back line. Takes out 2.
Ooh, Pulse Wang getting stuck to camera, but it's not enough to kill them.
Bastion's back.
Bastion's back.
And you're running out of resources to be able to deal with it. Nano Ryan in your face, still going to meld against the Bastion. Good MO to keep the Bastion up through to self-destruct.
And the Diva Bomb from UW wasn't even enough to stop it. He goes into tank mode. He's putting out tons of damage right on this escort, and it's just got a few more inches just to barely get on.
Kind of a funny sight to see at the end there. Platypus staying alive with a healing station with a pocket for mags, being able to tank a dry blade, but it's not enough in the end. Maryville is going to win the last map, and with that, it's going to be 3-0 in favor of Maryville. With that, UW is eliminated from the Overwatch Collegiate series. Maryville, just a bit tough tonight, but still great matches overall. Maryville had very strong offense at the end there, and yeah, Bastion can be difficult to deal with if you're trying to stagger on, especially, and like there's some strats you can have with Bastion where if the enemy team is trying to stagger onto the point, you just set a Bastion on the far high ground. Sometimes you also put like a Widow there as well, and they just have free reign because you have to stay on the card and can't deal with it at all.
Yeah, shout out to Maryville's players. They had a bunch of good players there. They had
Mm,
Papaya Pete, who was able to flex DPS. They were able to play a bunch of different roles. Light was a really good Doomfist. That was unexpected, but it worked. And his Genji too.
mm,
Um, yeah, Maryville is. We wish them the best of luck, even though they did take us out.
right.
It was a good and fair fight, and we're proud to have lost to them.
Right.
We
And
wish
so
them the
that
best. Yeah.
was right. So that will do it for us there. Unfortunately, we do not have a Rocket League to show you today, but we'll hope to have some more exciting stuff for us next week. So in the meantime, that will do it for us here. Thanks so much for watching our production here, watching the UW Overwatch team just go at it. This is a Overwatch Collegiate tournament. Thank you for spending your night, I should say, with us. And remember to check us out on our social media platform. You have watched the Esports, and join the Discord if you're interested in doing anything and you're a UW student. As for that, we are done here. So thank you for watching, and this has been Panda Bear,
And andVid.
and we are signing off.
It began with 3 pillars, the foundation for UW Esports, pushing ourselves to greater heights.
Community.
Career.
Competition.
He wasn't the elite. Yeah, big mistake.
Oh yeah. Reminds me of Toronto
Now we're
Defiant.
seeing it.
Toronto Defiant Yakpung. Reminiscent of that, of just juggling everyone into the corner there.
Maybe that'll be the game changer here for UW.
Maybe. Oh my goodness! What an angle by Wizard!
Wow. What a shot.
It began.